Uh, mhm, 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 mhm. Yeah, I'll look at it for sure. I'll make a note to do that. You bet.
Right, sir. It started. Miss Alexander.
Continue on Southwest Freeway for half a mile.
I'm here.
All right, Miss Alexander, we're not doing this until your client gets some clothes on. So I'm putting you at the end of the docket. Sarah, put him back in the waiting room. Move on to the next case.
Well, I'm in the
Millicent Irifirakaya. Okay. Is your attorney coming? He's on the way. Okay. Just have a seat. Move on. Jeffrey Rogers. Okay. Let's move to the next case. Garcia. Reyes. Mr. Reyes. You're muted.
I unmuted, sir.
Okay. Is your client with you, Gerardo Garcia?
No, sir. I told him that since it was a status conference or meeting. I told him not to show up, sir. I didn't know he was supposed to be here.
Yeah, his presence is required. States that on the docket control order.
Okay,
I'm going to save you to the end of docket. You need to get him on here.
okay, sir. Let me call him and tell him to get over here. Okay, sir. See if we can find a Uber.
Lewis. Vickers.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
I am filling in for Mr. Zuniga on Javier Vickers. Mr. Zuniga told me that he has been approved for RTP. We've been trying to get a hold of him, but we have been unsuccessful.
Hold on, hold on. Let's get your client in here. Sarah? He's not there at all. Your client's not present.
Correct, Your Honor. We've been trying to get a hold of him, and we haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Shall I come back to you to see if you can locate your client and get him on quickly? Or shall we just move for bond forfeiture now?
We can move with it. I mean, we've been trying to contact him the past few days, to be honest, Your Honor.
Okay. State,
State will move for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
bailiff.
Right, right, 232.
New bond set at $4,500.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be
You're
excused?
free. Yes, you're free to go.
All right. Yeah, have a good day.
You do the same. All right, previous bond conditions remain in place. Ramos. Ramos, if you would turn your camera on, please. Thank you. All right, Mr. Two. Well, we lost your camera there. Mr. Two, are you there? Mr. Two? Mr. Two, can you hear me?
Judge, are you talking to me? I can't hear you. I think you're unmuted.
No,
Oh, I can hear you now.
okay, there we go. All right, Mr. Two, we're on the record in 24 CCR 240481 and 482. Why don't you give me a status update on the case?
Judge, I've submitted a PTI package to the district attorney's office a little over 45 days ago. I received an offer from them this afternoon of a dismissal with 24 hours of community service. I've communicated that offer to my client. He is willing to accept that deal. We should have a completion letter to you and a dismissal hopefully in about 3 weeks, if not sooner.
All right, very good. Outstanding. I appreciate the update. Have a good one.
May I be excused?
Yes.
And my client too, Your Honor.
Yes, both of you are free to go.
Thank you.
Fortis. Good afternoon, Mr. Tang.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Mr. Fortis, if you would turn your camera on, please. We're on the record, 22 CCR 227271, State of Texas versus Johan Fortis. Mr. Tang, go ahead and give the court an update on the case.
Judge, there is a felony stemming from the same alleged criminal transaction. We're looking for a global offer from the felony prosecutor that will take care of this misdemeanor as well, Judge. I received the discovery from Mr. Vincent.
All right. State, anything else? All right. Thank you for the update, Mr. Tang. You and your client are free to go.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Judge. God bless. Thank you.
Take care. Alan Michael Johnson. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240460 and 24 CCR 240697, State of Texas versus Alan Michael Johnson. Mr. Fair, why don't you give me an update?
Yes, sir. We have been debating an offer at this time. We have not accepted an offer. We're proceeding on the docket. I did convey some potential counter offers and counter resolutions to the state that I'm over there considering for office.
Anything you want to add? Okay. Thank you for the update, Mr. Fair. I'll see you at the pretrial conference on 8/7 then. All right. Ortegon. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235170, State of Texas versus Christopher Alexander Ortegon. Defense counsel, give me an update.
Yes, so the state has filed the MAG assumption to amend and extend his probation. We talked over all the options. We met with him and his grandmother, and it seems like the most feasible option, the option that would allow him to be compliant with his conditions, would be to have him move to the city of Sinton. There's about 30 minutes outside of Corpus Christi, with his grandmother at the beginning of next month, the end of this month, and hopefully have the case transferred over to Corpus as well.
And it's going to be transferred for sure. We've got all that worked out. No, I see you shaking your head over there.
It can't be extended because it's already a 2-year probation. So it can't go beyond that 2 years in addition to all of the violations that are listed in.
So we can extend it, the max is 3 years according to the code, on the filing of violations. So we have the ability to extend them for an additional year. Once we resolve that, resolve the mag, we would be able to transfer them.
So do you want to add to the conversation? Let your attorney speak. Sarah, it's in the sign queue. Go ahead and pull it out. Let's give it to the clerk to begin processing. All right. Bond set at $5,000. All right. Mr. Ortegon, my bailiff's going to take you into custody.
I was homeless for 6 months before probation. And y'all didn't do nothing for me.
Mr. Ortegon,
What? I got $5,000. $500, I'm gonna move. My grandma's in the hospital right now. My grandma's in the ER this morning. I couldn't do nothing. I didn't even have to come here. What the fuck you doing? I'm fucking you right now.
Do we have a date for the hearing, Judge?
Sarah can give him a date. Something relatively soon. The mag. You got June 6th. Does that work for you, Counselor?
It will.
It will. Okay. Yes, you may. Thank you. All right, let's go back to Rogers. All right, good afternoon, Mr. Ashford. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're on the record in 24 CCR 238023, State of Texas versus Jeffrey Luis Rogers. If you give me an update.
We received a response to our counteroffer today, and we'll respond back to the state. And we'll see if we can reach an agreement.
Okay. Your next court date is going to be on August 7th for pretrial conference.
Okay, that's fine.
That's an in-person docket. Anything you want to add to the conversation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. All right, you and your client are free to go. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Go to Con. Client here or on Zoom? She's present? Okay. Yeah, come on up. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 239453, State of Texas versus Amna Zeb Khan. Why don't you give me an update, counselor?
So I'm in communications with the state about this. There's still ongoing discovery issues. I subbed in the February, Judge. Was not able to get a complete file from the former defense counsel. So now the state's just kind of supplementing that. The last thing I need is, she might have it right now. Okay, there we go. It's the media, it's the body cam.
Got it.
Calls.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and get that from her now? Don't forget to walk out of here without it. Okay, what else? Anything else?
And that's it. I just
Okay.
continue to investigate the case, and this is going to help.
All right, and you know you're set for a pretrial conference on August 7th.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And if I need to file a motion to continue.
file it before that date and we'll have it heard on that day.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
You may be excused. Thank you. Reyes, you there?
Yes, Your Honor. And I had the defendant zoom in too, Judge.
He's present. Mr. Garcia, would you turn your camera on? And Mr. Reyes, would you turn your camera on as well?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Let me see how to turn the start video or there we go.
All right.
Thanks, Judge.
We're on the
Thanks for your
record,
help.
23 CCR 231422, State of Texas versus Gerardo Garcia. Mr. Reyes, why don't you give me an update on the case?
Okay, Your Honor, I've been talking to the prosecutor and we're pretty close to negotiating an agreement on the case. By the next status conference in August, we should have everything completed to hopefully not have to show up the next time.
I'm going to pause right there. Mr. Reyes, it's not a status conference. It's a pretrial conference on August 7th and it's in-person docket. If the
Okay.
case is resolved before then obviously y'all don't have to show up if it's dismissed or something like that, or you enter into a PTI. But if you need a plea date, you can contact my coordinator. We'll be happy to give you a date before then.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go. Unless State, is there anything you want to add? Whose case is this? 6?
Taylor was the one I was working with, Judge.
Anything you want to add? All right. Thank you. Y'all are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Lewis. All right. Dervishi, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I'm at the doctor right now. Otherwise, I'd be in a full suit.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 239323, Suit of Texas versus Patrick Lewis. Mr. Darvishi, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Judge. We just need to pick up, I think, one little piece of discovery that's already been duplicated, so we just need to go by and pick it up. Other than that, we are ready and want to continue on the set trial date.
Okay, State.
The piece of discovery they're referring to is the blood discovery disc, which has already been picked up and signed off for in February. I believe Mr. Darvishi just has misplaced it, so we made another copy for him. It's available whenever he's able to pick it up. But yes, what he's indicated to me is this case is proceeding to trial, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll see you on the pretrial conference August 7th, 9 a.m. See you then. Y'all are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, sir. Thank you. May I be excused, sir?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
All right. Millicent Iferakia. I think Mr. Bogie stepped in. Yeah, grab him. Thank you. My bailiff's a little occupied right now. Good afternoon.
So you called me on
Yeah, you're clanking him up next to you. All right. We're on the record in 24 CCR 237764, State of Texas versus Millicent Iferakia. If you would give me an update on the case.
Your Honor, we have agreement pending, but we are concerned with one provision in the agreement, and that's what we said we have to approach you to see if it has to do with the bond condition. The state just told me even if that condition is removed, they are not amenable to deleting that from the agreement. So, and the condition has to do with not being around kids younger than 18 years. And her means of livelihood will be really impacted for all this while she's not been able to make ends meet, because of that provision. So we're saying if the court can remove that, she can.
Well, it sounds like the state's not going to agree to it regardless, and it sounds like your agreement goes down the tubes if I remove that. State? Mm-hmm.
Not going to remove that. That is a non-negotiable condition contained within our contract.
Okay.
So the state is ready to file.
I'm up to talk to my client. If that's the position, then we might just go to trial. I need to talk to her and let her know the information.
Well, if you want to have this issue heard, file your motion. Okay, we'll set it for a hearing on a bond modification docket. Otherwise, I'll see you back on August 7th at 9 a.m. for pretrial conference.
But at this time, said she changes her mind, even if we modify, and she's already indicated, it's not going to be.
I agree what you're saying. So even if I were to remove it, which I'm not saying I will, but even if I were, it sounds like that's non-negotiable over there. So y'all need to have further conversations. See you back on August 7th. Yes, you may.
Thank you.
All right, Reams. Alexander, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you.
All right, your client now has a shirt on. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 238220, State of Texas versus Jacoby Dante Reams. Ms. Alexander, if you would give the court an update on this case.
Judge, I've spoken with my client. We were originally set for a plea. When we went over the paperwork, Mr. Reams decided that he did not want to take the plea, and so we were moving forward with the scheduling order of the court for a trial.
Okay. Pretrial conference will be held on August 7th at 9 a.m. That's an in-person docket. So, Mr. Reams, you will need to be in my courtroom. All right, Ms. Alexander, well, state anything further you want to add to the conversation.
Nothing further. That is an accurate depiction.
Okay, very good. Ms. Alexander, anything further?
So, Judge, I am due to have my baby July 10th, and so I am not sure about.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think I'm okay for the trial date. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be released yet for the pre-trial.
Yeah, that's going to be that'll be too soon. Can I get you and your client to come into my courtroom maybe tomorrow morning? And I can get y'all to sign a new docket control order, pushing it out a little bit.
Let me check for tomorrow. 3rd. I have one fugitive matter. That should work, Judge. Mr. Reams indicates that he works during the day, so I'm not sure. That's why he said he didn't have his shirt on. So if he's online, can we verify that he's available to come in the morning?
Mr. Reams, can you be in my courtroom at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning?
9 a.m. Yes, sir. I could be there. I was there today at 9 o'clock in the morning.
You were there. You were here today?
Yes, sir. I had showed up 9 o'clock in the morning because I had got a text to show up today, May 22nd, at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had showed up, and the man told me that I had a 2:30 Zoom. So that's why I'm on it now.
Okay.
But I didn't know, so I had went back to work. I had got out of work early. So I go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I got off around 8 o'clock, showed up at the court at 9. And then so when he told me I had a Zoom at 2:30, I just went back to work and I got out of work at 12:30.
Not a problem. I appreciate you being prompt and trying to be on court on time. But 9 o'clock tomorrow morning will work for you, Mr. Reams?
Yes, sir. It's good.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Ms. Alexander, I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll enter a new docket control order, pushing everything out a little bit for your due date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, y'all are free to go. I believe that concludes our docket. Yes, you may. We'll probably push that case out at least 2 to 3 months just to give her some time. Now your second time to be late to court in this court. So, realize late or missing court. Back in April 12th, 2024, you missed court. Looks like you missed court altogether. Stand up. Here's a move. I forfeited your bond and issued KPs for your arrest already. Okay. Any objection to withdrawing the KPS?
No objection.
Mr. Vickers, what I'll do is I'll withdraw the KPS. But I need you, when you walk out of here, to call your attorney immediately. All right? And Sarah, write down all Mr. Padilla's contact information. He was on Zoom earlier and said he's been trying to get hold of you, but was unsuccessful. I'm not gonna argue with y'all about who's lying or telling the truth or anything like that. I just need you to contact him immediately when you walk out of here. Okay? Your next court date is August 7th at 9 a.m. Okay? That's in person in my courtroom. Okay. All right, don't leave. My coordinator is going to give you Mr. Padilla's contact information, and then you're free to go after that.